for Ms. Kris LeDuc.
How's everybody doing tonight? You having fun? Yeah! Alright, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I have a teenage son. When you guys are a little young, did anybody have any teenage sons out here? Oh, you lucky, lucky, lucky people. Alright, I have a teenage son, and it's hard to discipline him, so I have to take away the only thing that's important to him, his cell phone. So he says, Mom, what happens if someone sends me a text? I said, honey, pick up the house phone and call them, see what they want. He goes, Mom, they're going to think I'm a geek. I'm like, honey, you're on the robotics team. They already think you're a geek. Isn't that like one step below being in the band? But, yeah, actually he's in college, so I feel really old. He goes to UMass Dartmouth, and hey, thanks. He's actually in the honors program. I didn't know colleges had honors program, but it saves me a few bucks, so I'm okay with that. They put him in their own dorm. So not only do I have to worry about him staying up late binge drinking, I have to worry about him becoming a dungeon master. I did, however, limit the amount of comic books he's allowed to take home. But he's a freshman, so he graduated last year. Yeah, I went to his graduation. The class song was Don't Stop Believing. All right, I can understand the sentiment, but where does the smell of wine and cheap perfume come in? And then I'm listening to the speeches, and everything is about, oh, this was the time of our life. You know, this is our final countdown. I want to stand up and say, guys, get your own generation. That one's mine. But I did go and visit him, and I met his roommate. He's a really nice kid. His name is, all right, I'm learning from Mark. I'm going to mess this up. His name is Javier Sanchez something, something, something Galindo. I just called him Fez. But, hey, do we have any sports fans here? Sports fans? All right. Baseball? Oh, a couple. Football? What about NASCAR? We got a couple. Now, let me tell you, after I finish telling you this, you're all going to be NASCAR fans. Okay, you go to a Red Sox game, right? There's no tailgating, all right? There's a bunch of bars, I'll give you that. But there's no tailgating. You get inside, a beer is $10, right? Go to a Patriots game. Tailgate is 4 hours, not bad. You get inside, a beer is $12. You go to a NASCAR race, yeah, tailgating is 7 days. You ever seen 20 rednecks coming out of a conversion van after a night of drinking? And how much is a beer in a racetrack? Who the hell knows you can bring your own beer in? Now that's a sport. But they do have the best t-shirts there. I saw a guy, he had on a red plastic Budweiser hard hat. He had a flag in the back. He had big red maple leaves on his cheek. And he had a shirt that says, I am not retarded, I'm Canadian. Then I saw a t-shirt that I almost bought. It said, I would much rather have a sister that lives in a whorehouse than a brother who's a Yankees fan. I thought that was great. But anyways, last Christmas, my husband, love of my life, yes, I'm still happily married, it's only been a few years, he bought me a GPS. Does anybody here have a GPS? Anyone? Does yours get pissed at you? Mine gets pissed at me. You put the address in, and if you don't take the turn it tells you it's recalculating. And by the third time, it's like recalculating. So I decided, I'm going to download some voices. And since I come from an Italian family, I'll do the Italian voice. I'm used to getting yelled at in Italian. So I download the voice, and it says, how you doing? I want you to take a right onto Walnut Street. I don't. Hey, recalculating. Okay, this time, I want you to take a right onto Birch Street. I don't. Hey, forget about it. Find your own freaking way there. So then I decided I'm going to try to download the Irish voice. Yeah, something happened between the computer and the GPS because no matter what address I put in, I end up at a bar. I'm like, why are all these other ones 10, 12? Why is this $70? I read the description. It says it had to download a full set of maps to tell you where things used to be. Take a right where Ames used to be, a left where Caldors. All right, I'm going to leave you with one thing. I am an ex-vet. I was in the Navy. I'm very proud of the time I spent in there. Thank you. 2 tours of the Persian Gulf. Yep, I'm very proud of that. I've been to 5 of the 7 continents. Very proud of that. But the thing that I'm most proud of is that I've been drunk in more countries than you can name. And